Johnny, where are you from? The Upper West Side?
Yeah.
The bird jerking off.
The bird, I love that one.
I use that all the time now. For shows,
I don't know. I'd be looking up pissed though. I'm not going to any Aussie thing.
but he like, you know. Well, that was
I just wanted to clarify that.
I'm like, and then I have this battle in my head. I'm going, this is dog shit. This is really not very good. And then they do something that's really good.
Stick around, 'cause I am coming back. And I know someday I'm gonna make it bad.
Talk about shit we talk about anyway. Just
seriously.
That's the plan. That's the dream. But anyway, all right, let's get to the show. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Nick, John, and Jamie Show. I'm John.
I'm Nick.
And I am Jamie.
Someone just flushed a toilet.
That's awesome.
Right
after I said it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a piece of shit.
It lends to the authenticity. When we say it's not your mother's basement, it is legit a basement.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Welcome back, Jamie.
Thank you.
Nicholas.
Jonathan.
We had some stuff happen this week. Some stuff. We thought it was all big bad news last week with the trailer to Endgame and the trailer to the new Joker movie coming out. But the hits keep it coming.
Yeah, the trailer to Joker, I dug. It was kind of cool how they did it. It was a little bit different. I'm hoping it's like, I think they just gave a little taste. I'm hoping it's like as dark as I want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think it could feed into that.
Dude, it reminded me of an old 70s Scorsese movie.
It reminded me kind of like Shining-esque.
Yeah, like something
you know what I mean?
shot in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, shittily done kind of. I liked it.
Shittily done?
Shittily.
Well, that's our word.
Yeah, hell yeah,
Shittily.
dude. Fuck yeah.
All right, well, let's get into the box office. All right, weekend box office. Well, what hit this weekend? Shazam. Not the Captain Marvel, because they lost the rights to that name. But yeah, Shazam hit. It was number one spot with $53 million this weekend. Was that a surprise? I don't think it was.
There wasn't shit coming out, really.
Yeah.
Well, no, the Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, but
that's right. Pet Cemetery did come out.
I don't know how it did, but I know Shazam took the top spot. It's probably 53 million. They might get 300 million after it's all said and done. It's just Endgame's going to suck it all up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a fact.
You know,
the only way I could have maybe seen this thing, coming close is if they cast. There's been rumors for years about when they talked about the Shazam movie, who the villain was going to be, and people speculated that The Rock would make an awesome Black Adam. He's like the.
Didn't he joke around about it at one point?
He did.
Or was that just in talks?
Well, I think the rumors just caught up with him.
Yeah.
And there was people that were doing people were doing concept art around it, like with the actual Rock's face, he would look like in the gear and all that. And then it was what? It was like, I don't know when it was announced, but he's locked in. I just saw something on the interwebs that told him that said he was definitely was going to start filming in 2020. Now, if they did that for this weekend, because The Rock is such a phenom as far as like bringing in dollars.
I mean, he might have brought in maybe 30 million more, but I still go back to what I say. It's just the end game's just going to suck it all up.
Yeah, it is.
Superhero shit sells nowadays too.
Quality superhero shit, but yeah, right. Even some of the bad shit.
Even
Venom still made money.
Dude, Venom made money and that sucked.
Yeah.
Did you finally see it?
Yeah, I saw it. And
I'm the only one that
turned it
didn't see
off.
You didn't even get through it.
No, I gotta sit through it. I was like a little bit in. I was like a half an hour into. I was like, fuck this. And then I was like, I got to go back and watch it. I just want to watch it.
You're just holding a grudge because you already know.
No, it wasn't good. That fucking CG was really bad.
CG was bad. Story wasn't great.
Yeah, story.
But I'll tell you right now, it made money. All the young kids.
It made a lot of money.
All the young kids liked it, dude.
So did Aquaman. I'm not,
See, you didn't like Aquaman. We did. I do agree with you on some of the points you made. The one bad guy in it did look cheesy. I said that.
Terrible.
I said that in our review. I didn't like what he looked like, but I thought the CG wasn't bad. Is it as good as Avengers? I think you're just holding that stuff. If you're putting that's the bar, nobody's going to live up to that.
I hold it to like a different bar because it like DC bar. And
well, you saw Superman's mustache, man. Come on,
but like,
Can't unsee that.
But then I see like Wonder Woman, and that's like a pinnacle of hope there.
Yeah, but there wasn't. I guess there was CG in that towards the end.
Dude, I'm just saying in general, like overall, that movie was fucking good. I really
It was
can't
phenomenal.
I can't think of some shitty spots in it. I mean,
There really
I can't
wasn't.
think of
You're
it.
talking about Aquaman?
No, Wonder Woman.
Wonder
Oh,
Woman.
Wonder Woman, yeah.
He would never talk about Aquaman like that.
No,
like, wait a minute, what's he
Aquaman. I
doing?
watched it again. So I probably watched it a total of 3 times now because my
Oh,
kids
boy.
want to watch it.
Yeah.
And yeah, the fucking rewatch factor sucks in that one. I'm like, I had to power through it.
I won't deny that. I personally like.
Shazam, I could watch that a couple times.
Well, the reviews say the same. So
I could definitely watch that a couple times.
I was going to
it's
do
not the critics; it's the fans.
How about you and I were talking about this? We were like, that's probably going to be a video rental.
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Yeah,
Shazam?
I mean, it's not that if Endgame wasn't in 3 weeks,
Yeah.
say Endgame was in 2 months, I probably would go see Shazam. I just
The story.
don't have the urge.
Yeah, I thought it was going to
Yeah.
be. I thought it was going to be kind of corny. I haven't been to the movies in a while, and I was like, and then I saw a bunch of reviews. And I was like, the audience. I didn't look at fucking
Critics.
critic dick fucking saying
The
hey.
audience score was all, they almost mirrored each other
Yeah,
for a change.
yeah, and like the audience dug it, and I was like, yeah, I'll check it out. It looks kind of cheesy, and then they get into the story. The story was good. I really like how to. You want me to get into it or no?
You going to spoil some shit?
Yeah, I'll spoil
I don't
some
care.
shit.
Spoil
All right,
it.
spoil
Okay,
some shit.
so they get into the story, and what's believable about it is
91% on Rotten.
so the kid gets superpowers, right? And he doesn't like immediately turn into a hero. He does what kids would fucking do, and kids nowadays like take selfies with people, like
Yeah.
show off, do shit. It was
It
realistic.
was like what I was talking
Yeah.
about Big.
Yeah, exactly. They did a thing to Big too, like where
did
they
they really?
danced on a piano. They
I'm
like ran
so
through-
glad they
Well,
called it out.
They had to do a little homage. If
So
they
they-
didn't, it would have been injustice.
And
Yeah,
listen, that's
yeah.
the other thing too. They did a lot of little Easter eggs in this movie that I dug, like tastefully,
Like kind of
done.
winks to the camera.
Yes, a couple good points were the handicapped kid. He was big into like superheroes and stuff, and they hinted
His
towards
buddy.
Yes, they hinted towards his brother. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, his
in the home.
foster brother.
His foster brother. So they hinted towards the fact that there is like a Superman and a Batman, like real legitimate.
Well, I already picked up an action figure of Batman.
Well, yeah, they picked up the action figure, but
that's actually the Ben Affleck
even
Batman,
better.
too.
Even better though, the kid had a collection, and he had like this the authentic bullet that was shot off of Superman.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was cool. Which Shazam lost.
Would you do that?
No, check this out. Even better. Then the kid collected. He had it's a replica of
Batarang?
a Batarang, and he threw it at somebody, which was awesome too.
Where's Batarang?
The Batarang, the bat boomerang.
Yeah, yeah, he had like that was a replica, and then at the end of the movie, so the kid like kind of
Spoilers.
Yeah, it's all spoilers. Shazam was like getting like a little bit of a big head. He had an ego, like a kid would do.
Yeah.
and his handicapped buddy always got picked on, and then he said he knew Shazam and that he would come eat lunch with him.
Uh-huh.
Well, he never showed up that one time. So at the end of the movie, he comes
He
back
shows
around.
up.
He shows up, but he's like, let me bring a buddy, and they bring in Superman. But they don't show his face, but that's the legit Superman outfit, like
Yeah.
the legit one.
What
Like,
do you mean, Lucha? How do you differentiate the
because you can
Superman?
tell that was.
Did he have underwear on?
That's the one that like Henry Cavill. I like how you guys class
okay.
that shit
yeah,
up.
Yeah.
Whatever, Cavill, whatever.
Still a shame that he's not going to be Superman.
No,
anymore. I liked him
but
as
it was
Superman.
cool how they tastefully did it, and they like just cut off his head, and like, but it had the voice.
Of Henry Cavill.
Like it was,
man.
like it sounded like Superman, and I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "That's pretty fucking cool,
That's
dude."
awesome.
And like even the cheesy parts in the
Dude,
movie,
you're
like
fucking selling this movie on me, man. I'm
like
about to buy
where
a ticket.
where Shazam like was like say my name. They like made like a couple good jokes. They did like it. It was all well and good, and even I won't. I don't know. Do you want me to spoil everything or no?
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
So at the end, when they're fighting the baddie, that he realizes that he can create the rest of the Shazam characters. There's like 7 of them total.
Yeah,
seven wizards. Yeah, seven wizards or whatever. And he uses his brothers and sisters, and then they all join in. And that was pretty cool.
So wait, he let. How did he create? Oh, there wasn't just him.
No, because originally there was 7 total, and then the one old wizard that they show in the trailers and stuff, he was dying.
He's the last one.
He was like the last one because the 7 sins killed like all the rest of them off or something.
Yeah.
So, he tells them like when he hands over the staff or whatever, and he's like, say my name, and he's like, you can pretty much like bring along. You'll have like 7 brothers that can watch you, or 6 or 7 brothers that can watch you, brothers and sisters or whatever. So then he brings them in at the end. He's like, grab on the staff, and he's like, say my name. And they're like, Billy. And they're like, no, say my name that I say. Shazam. And then.
Kids from the foster home.
Kids from the foster home.
They all got 7.
Yeah.
Oh, they did that cut, man.
Yeah.
Because they had that in one of the animated series.
Yeah, and it was pretty cool.
Wow.
They did it like.
Or animated movies.
Yeah, like there was. I dug it. It was a good story. I didn't even like stare at my phone.
Yeah, but
And
were you the only one in that theater?
No, there's a couple people in there.
It
But it was
seemed
late.
pretty empty when you took the picture.
But it was late. It was late.
Oh yeah,
That's
I mean,
why.
you did it at 10. When did you go see that?
Oh shit, that was like 10:15.
Damn.
10:30.
What time did you get up? What time did you get home? What time did you get up this morning?
Late and early.
That's what I mean. Would you get like 3 hours of sleep?
See what happens when you cut out dairy and beer and all the
goodness that we love.
Ask Brian, I sleep like a motherfucker, man. Like I'm out.
Your REMs and your deep sleep is like
I like conked
through
out.
the roof.
Yeah, good luck getting.
But
me
you
up.
have that 24-hour, which I can't do, where you stay up 24 fucking hours.
No,
that sucks though. Like after you do that, I wouldn't recommend doing that. The older I get, the harder that gets to do.
Yeah, it takes like 2 days to recover. It feels like.
Yeah, it sucks.
Trust me. I mean, there's shows I get addicted to, and I just want to run. I want to run it, but I cut it off because I know
I've done
in the back of my mind. I think I'm going to pay for it later.
Yeah, well,
totally.
Sometimes I just I'm like, fuck it, let's just see it through. Like, because I'm like almost there.
Almost there. I know what you're talking about. There's 13 episodes in a season, and you're at 8, and you're like, fuck. I'm almost there.
Yeah.
No, you're not, dude. It's 5 hours.
Yeah, well, I always sometimes I'll be like, no, you idiot. Like, stop it. But sometimes I'm just like.
But those shows always have like that twist at the end of an episode. You're like,
yeah.
I got to find out what. Oh, I can't believe that
Breaking
shit.
Bad.
Yeah.
They motherfuckers.
Breaking Bad. If you got hooked into the beginning scene, the beginning scene was
The
always
first
the
3
preview.
wasn't like catching me, but the 6th one.
But if you rolled over into the next scene, when they show what happened later on in the episode, like you see like a teddy bear floating in the pool caught on fire, and you're like, what the hell's going on? Now you're into another episode.
That was Game of Thrones. I didn't get onto it till like season 3.
What?
Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
So then I binge watched those.
Oh, yeah.
That was another motherfucker. I was like, all right, let's go. One more.
Oh, so you watched Breaking Bad binge?
I binged that.
Okay.
I binged that when Maddox was bored. Because he stayed up all night, and I just stayed up.
Oh, that's right. You said he had a problem sleeping.
Yeah. So I watched the shit out of that.
Dude, I can't stay awake anymore. I had a couple of beers the other night, and I'm sitting on the couch, and Cindy, we were trying to watch the last 30 minutes of what was Vice, the Dick Cheney movie.
Yeah.
And
I heard that's good.
it is good, but I was literally
Not
sitting,
good, but like good, but
dude, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, okay.
But I was literally sitting up, and sitting, and my eyes were closing, dude, and I was going out. Cindy kept trying to nudge me. She was like, John, wake up. You're going to miss it. You're going to miss it. Finally, I went to sleep just for a minute, and it gave me enough stamina to go through the rest of the movie, and then I just went to bed. But I felt like I was tranquilized. I can't stay up like that anymore.
Nah, dude, I'm telling you, it's hard. It is. It's fucking hard.
Well, depends on the material. Like Vice might be a good movie, but is it something to grab you? Something grabs me, man. There's some times when I just power through, not to your extent.
No, but last night,
But there are times when I'm just like, I'm going to get at least 6 or 7 episodes.
well, last night I wanted to get out. I had like an itch, like, you know what I mean? I've been like jammed, like I've been like, I had a lot
needed a release.
Yeah, I had like a lot of shit going on.
Little
Work.
break.
Yeah, pretty much. And I was just like, man, I need to take 2 hours and just fucking go watch a movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, this seems to be good. I don't think I'll be pissed when I come home.
Yeah.
Like if I saw Aquaman, I would have been kind of disappointed.
Dogging on Aquaman, still, dude, it wasn't that bad.
I'm telling you, it wasn't good. I don't want to hear shit about fucking Back to the Future 2. Seriously, on that one.
What?
Back to the Future 2 is better.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
We're talking about Ghostbusters 2.
No, Ghostbusters 2
Oh,
was
shit.
dog shit.
Okay, dude. Whatever you say. I'll watch Ghostbusters 2 on repeat
I'll tell you right now, I like
Aquaman.
Back to the Future 2.
Yeah.
Don't really care for Back to the Future 3. Though.
Yeah, but who does? I just watch it just
Yeah.
to watch it.
Yeah.
I watch it just to see it through.
Yeah, it was kind of.
That's one of those movies you just see to see it through.
Yeah,
I
you
saw
gotta.
it.
That's where you get some closure.
Yeah, exactly. You're just like, yeah, fuck that train that flies at the end.
Yeah.
Fuck you on that. But yeah, I got to see this through.
That was some a Wild Wild West shit.
Tell me when you
Oh,
I was about to cry.
I had to see that
when they
through.
crushed a fucking DeLorean. I was like, you motherfuckers. But whatever.
And
like,
they brought it back in Ready Player One.
yeah, well, you know.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I did Ghostbusters too. Fucking Johnny, where are you from? The Upper West Side, dude.
What was that accent?
That's why it was funny. He's like, where are you from, Johnny? The Upper West Side. That fucking shit was funny, man.
That was funny. All right, so Pet Sematary, back to the box office real quick. Pet Sematary, you hit it right on the head, Nicholas, $24 million. Dumbo dropped to third with $18 million. $170 million movie. It's done $76 million so far domestic. Us, Jordan Peele's movie, still in the top 5 with $13 million, and then Captain Marvel still in the top 5 with $12 million. But Captain Marvel, who gives a fuck anymore?
Well, I got
$1 billion girl.
I got a trivia question for you two gentlemen.
Yeah.
Name the 7 movies that Marvel hit $1 billion.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I don't know that shit.
Definitely Avengers Avengers Endgame, Avengers Endgame and Infinity War, Captain Marvel.
It's 4, right?
Black Panther.
Black
course.
Panther. That's right. What else? Black Panther.
Iron Man, one of them. They had to have.
I'm
No?
going to say Civil War.
Civil War's fucking good, dude.
And
But yeah, they can't go.
You know,
that.
that's 6, but actually Civil War is not one of them.
Oh, really?
Shit.
Damn.
One of the
Age of Ultron,
one of the
man.
Iron Mans.
Age of Ultron.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
And one of the Iron Mans.
The first
no
one.
kidding.
Second one. Third one. What? God
It's all
damn.
an article, man. You can fact
No
check
shit.
that. Maybe the article's wrong, but that's what they said. I looked at it too.
That's actually somewhat believable because if you think
Gain
about it,
momentum.
yeah, it got momentum and it snowballed.
Yeah.
That's why I was like,
I would have
That
never
makes-
guessed. Dude.
I know. I wouldn't either. That's why I brought it up.
That's pretty awesome, actually. That's
a
good
good one,
fact.
man. And that's it for the box office. Like I said, Captain Marvel's still in the top.
We're gonna talk Netflix, dude, because they pumped out some shit, and I saw it.
Well, we got a lot to talk about.
Oh, you saw that? You're talking about the Highwaymen. I
What?
saw that. That was good. That wasn't great.
No, that wasn't great. But did you see?
I didn't see it.
Did you see Dirt?
No, I didn't see Dirt. I
No,
was going to watch.
Dude, watch that.
Is that like BMX?
It's
No, it's about,
it's about Motley Crue. It was
Oh, that's the Motley Crue.
Yeah,
it's
it's just
fucking
Dirt.
good.
I didn't
dude.
know it was called Dirt.
Really well done.
Really?
Whoever did that, like,
I actually started.
Good job.
I started watching something on Netflix. I started watching something called Traitors. You
Traitors?
see- it's something about where it takes place right after World War II, and it's
So
all
trade like TRADE?
yeah, traitors, like
Okay.
spies and all that stuff.
Oh, traders like I'm
Yeah,
a
yeah,
trader.
yeah, I got it wrong. Yeah. It takes place right after World War II, and this British girl gets recruited by the American government to spy on her own government. It's really
movie or series?
serious. It's intriguing, man. The girl's hot. That
Shit.
helps. And they go with the nudity. I'm good with that.
Yeah, who isn't?
And there's like, intrigue, spy stuff. Love that shit. So it caught me. So I'm on like 4 or 5 episodes in.
No shit.
It's only one season, the first season. So if you're into that kind of shit, check it out.
Seems cool.
Yeah,
Seems
it's not bad.
interesting.
Definitely check out Dirt.
All right, I'll check out Dirt.
Motley Crue, that movie was fucking done so good. And then if you think it's bullshit, I love at the end of end of that movie, they give you some pictures. So you're like, fuck, they actually did that shit.
Oh, like the end of The Hangover?
They'll do like a side by side of like the cast.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And I'm like, dude, I think Nikki Sixx had a lot to do with it because he actually wrote a book that I read, that Heroin Diaries. That was really good too.
Yeah.
But that fucking
It was
movie,
all about them guys.
no, it was just like about him and like him getting like hooked on heroin and stuff like that. And it had like some like anecdotes about the band. But that movie was really fucking good. Highwaymen. That's what I would watch. I would recommend watching.
It wasn't bad. I liked it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to watch it again.
I thought they could have had a little bit more going back and forth between Woody Harrelson and.
Yeah, but
I didn't realize Clyde was really a small guy.
yeah, I didn't know a lot of that stuff.
Like he was like
I didn't know
5'5".
I didn't know
No
she had.
kidding.
I didn't
Yeah,
know
he wasn't a big dude because they put his suit down on the bed next to Bonnie's, and Bonnie's was small, but his suit was small too. It was like maybe Noah's size.
Oh, shit.
And it's like, this guy is like a mass murderer. And
Yeah.
they were brutal. They weren't just like,
No.
they were brutal. They just fucking like,
They're crazy.
they would pull their car over on the side of the road, wait for a cop to come up to them and play possum and then fucking shoot the shit out of them.
Yep.
You know, it was
Wow.
fucking crazy. And then the Texas Rangers, who were disbanded, aka
The governor.
the governor disbanded them, but then she got Woody Harrelson and brain fart. What the
Kevin
fuck?
Costner.
Kevin Costner. There you go. And said, all right, we'll let them back in. And they tracked them down, and they fucking, when they killed him, they fucking put like 1,000 bullets in
Oh,
that
dude,
car.
it was fucking crazy.
There's no way
I
they were
saw
gonna,
years ago like
Yeah,
a foot still
and
of
I
that.
I didn't know a couple facts. I
Pretty
didn't
bad.
know Bonnie had a limp. I didn't know
she had a limp either.
I didn't know that they ran in circle. Like they actually had like how they did it and circled
pattern.
back. That was pretty fucking cool. And then
And they would go to state to state to state because it wasn't like nowadays where the FBI would just be all over the place with that
Sure.
shit.
Yeah.
The other states didn't talk to other states.
Sure.
So you knew no information was
Exactly.
getting. That's why they were able to do what they did for years.
Could you
Yeah,
imagine that? Could you imagine you not knowing what's going on
Dude,
in
and-
New Jersey?
and listen, they were like of the people. The people loved them.
Especially in
Yeah,
their
they
hometown.
romanticized it.
Yeah,
Just
they thought they were.
What
like
about the
from-
dad? His own dad said kill by something about kill him quick or
Yeah,
something
he's
like
like,
that.
he's not going to go down without a fight. So
Yeah.
you're going to have to kill him. He's not.
Because he
gonna-
was a good boy when he grew up. And he was like,
and they
Yeah, you
stated.
fucked them up, dude.
Well, they stated it a couple times. He's like, they're
I
not,
like that
they're-
guy.
they're
That guy's
not
a good
even-
actor.
Yeah,
Played his
he
dad.
was. But they were like, they're not even human anymore.
yeah, they're not. And that's so true, man.
So you gotta
And
put 'em
what
down
I
like a
love
dog.
what I love about the whole movie, one thing I'll give them credit for is you never really see Bonnie and Clyde's face.
No, that was
Really?
cool. Yeah, it was
How they
cool
did
how
that,
they
I
did it.
love that aspect.
That was cool.
Wow, that's an interesting choice.
That was cool.
because it wasn't about them. It was about
Yeah, people. Oh, that's right. That's right. That makes sense now.
Yeah, I recommend watching it, and I also recommend watching Dirt. Dirt was fucking awesome.
Yeah. What else came out? There's that show that you said. My brother actually put me
Hannah?
on.
Wayne?
Hannah.
Oh, Hannah.
Yeah, he put me on to that, and I haven't got a chance. He's been telling me.
I
for a
started
week.
it today a little bit.
He said it's really good. It's all the guy from we watched the one show from the future is the Jumping Bodies. What the fuck is his name?
The dude that played in of Altered Carbon.
He's the dad, right?
Yeah.
And he
Supposedly
was in,
she's like a
Suicide
science
Squad.
experiment or something like that. And
Yeah.
he takes her away or some shit like that.
Yes, I was reading the synopsis, something like that, and then he like teaches her
Like
how
she
to-
lived in the woods for like 15 years or something like that. And then
I don't know.
They lose
That's-
track of each other or some shit like that.
That's all I know.
he gets
That's
killed
what
in the movie.
Yeah, that's all I'm up
Reminds
to.
me of Firestarter. You remember
On-
that movie years ago?
Oh, Drew Barrymore?
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of Firestarter. Because her dad was the same, he had the same kind of powers as her.
I'm going to try to
Yeah.
watch that. It seems like it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard it's good. I didn't hear it was great, but I heard it's really good.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Was it as good as Cobra Kai?
I have no interest, John. When you
Stern
mentioned that,
talked about that.
I actually had to think about it twice, and I'm like, I didn't even see the Karate Kid thing where they fought.
Stern talked about it, and he said it was pretty good.
It's so fucking weird watching it, man. Because I saw Karate Kid in the theater. I remember it. Like, it wasn't like
The girl one?
No, that's not the Karate Kid.
But it sucks.
There's Jaden Smith.
But
none of that shit.
But
is
it
Karate
sucks
Kid.
that it's like
Jaden Smith? Was he Jaden Smith or Jaden Smith now?
No, I don't know. That's a good
I
question.
forget. But I don't like
He was
how they
just a terrible actor.
do that fucking
He still
YouTube
is.
Red shit. That's what I mean. It's like, dude, just hand it over to the bosses. You know what I mean?
No, but let me tell you about this series, man. So they get Ralph Macchio, and they get, I think it's Billy Zabka or something like that.
Resurrected both their careers. 'Cause
Of course.
They probably were doing groceries or something like that.
Well, Ralph Macchio,
Ralph Macchio did something with his money because he's not poor.
No, he's not poor,
I don't
and he
know about
also
the
does.
other guy.
He also does cameos in movies, like every once in a while. He'll pop
Yeah.
up.
The only
every
other
once-
movie I remember him being is My Cousin Vinny.
Nah, he was in Dirty Work, and then he was in a couple other.
He was in Entourage.
Yeah, he was in Entourage.
Remember because they was trying to get back into the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah, and I
don't remember.
He was in a couple different little things. I'd see him pop up. That other guy, I've never seen him ever since.
Nah, well, he's
Karate
been
Kid.
working, dude. I checked up his IMDb, all B movie stuff, but he's been working consistently since
The other
Karate
guy?
Kid.
No shit.
Yeah, like I said, all B movie type of stuff. But he had a rush right after the Karate Kid.
Yeah, of course.
And then where he played the same type of guy. He was in. I want to say he was in Back to School.
Yeah, he was in Back to School, and was he in Rad?
He may have been.
What the hell's Rad?
I think he was in Rad, the BMX movie.
BMX movie. Yeah.
I don't know.
I remember.
I
never
got
watched
fact
it.
checked that.
But anyway, dude, I'm walking.
But yeah, you're
through
right.
this.
He was in Back to School. Now that I'm thinking about that,
he was the dick.
Yes, he was
the
a dick
diver.
Yeah.
But I was going through this, and they're paying all these real on the nose homages to the original Karate Kid material.
Why wouldn't they?
And I mean, at least be subtle about it. But it's so obvious, Nick. It's it teeters over the top. Where you're like,
How many times did they mention Mr. Miyagi?
A handful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'm already out.
They went and saw their grave and everything like that. There's so much cheese and corny nostalgia, and you think they're almost just doing parody, but then they pull it back into a story. And so, and there's moments where you're legit like, oh my god, because they'll cut in old footage, and you're like, oh my god, I remember the Karate Kid, and I know it's Pavlovian, and I know it shouldn't do it, but it's just it stirs up this weird nostalgic happiness in my heart, and then. I'm like, and then I have this battle in my head. I'm going, this is dog shit. This is really not very good. And then they do something that's really good. So it's this constant roller coaster. And I'm like, I think I'm really digging this.
Well, Stern talked about it when it first came out. It was like a year ago, 2 years
No,
ago.
that was the other one, right? There's been two, right?
2's coming out the end of the month.
But-
no, I thought Cobra Kai was not. Maybe I'm wrong.
They're
He said
half-hour series.
He said he dug it. He said it was like. He said he said it pretty much like you're saying, tickled his fancy.
Exactly. I challenge you to watch it.
I don't think
I'd say it.
Challenge you to watch it.
I'm big into the
if
80s stuff,
if
so-
you
No, I was a
dug-
big Karate Kid fan. 1 and 2 were like my.
That's
I loved
your jam, man.
I love 1 and 2. After that, I just could give a fuck about any other one.
You and I are on the same page. And that's why if you really dug it, man, just watch 3 episodes are only half hour. And if you walk away, walk away. But I'll bet you'll watch 4.
I don't know about that.
All right. So I've been watching Karate Kid. That's about it. What about you, Nicholas? What have you been watching?
I just told you The Traitors, and I just think it's a really well done. I mean, it's not mind blowing spy, but I think it's good. I think it has. It's all about right after World War II and how Russia, United States, part of the United States spy agency believes that the Russians have infiltrated the British government somehow, and he recruits this one girl to that's part of it's becoming part of the British government, and to find out what's going on. So I'm like 3 or 4 episodes in, maybe 5, I don't remember.
So Traders, and it's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original. It must have come out like last month or something like that.
Okay.
And I was just bored the other day, and I saw it, and I said, well, I'll be honest with you. I saw the chick on the cover. She's pretty hot, and I saw the premise. I was like, fuck it, I'll give it an episode.
Yeah, dude, pussy sells.
Yeah, exactly. So I dug it. And
Speaking of which, there's a lot of it in dirt.
yeah, I'm sure there
They
is.
fucking plow.
How much through their history do they go?
They go all the way up. because they go up to when they started touring again. Pretty much, they just like kind of glazed over towards the end. They pretty much went through like the heart of their career, how they got started. I mean, did anybody watch any of it?
Nah,
Dude, the opening scene, like it opens up with like when they're like, I think it's like when they're like
a cover band or something.
Pretty much when they're like coming up, they're like just starting out, and they're doing the Sunset Strip, doing Whiskey Go Go.
How old were they when they first started?
Oh shit, they were fucking young, dude.
Yeah, back in the 80s, man, it's all coke, and fucking heroin, and shit.
I didn't know Tommy Lee was like a mama's boy. I mean, that was.
I didn't know
That's
that.
why he hid behind the drums.
Well, I didn't know that, but like opening scene though, they're in this like apartment, like where they're all like living, and it's just like a fucking huge, like a party just going on, shit's going on
all the time.
And Tommy Lee's just like eating out this chick, and then he like pulls, he pulls away real quick, and he's like, she's about to go, and she fucking just squirts all over the fucking.
Jesus,
was that Heather
And I'm like, no, it wasn't. And I'm like, I'm in.
Shit. This is the first episode.
First, dude, it's a
movie.
It's a movie.
Oh, that's right. I thought it was a series. Sorry,
dude. I'm telling you, but like the shit that they do, and you're like, no fucking way. And then you see like the pictures that back it up.
Oh,
like,
but that's the.
But then it gets serious too, because it goes into each guy's like dark point too, like of like, you know, they had like their own personal like issues, and like they would like dive into it a little bit. So whoever did it, I mean, it was really well done.
I don't give a fuck who you are. If you're that heavy into drugs, you're gonna have fucking personal issues, man.
Well, they had
they
had issues. I think like in Tommy Lee's case, he didn't really like, and he'll even tell you he didn't really have any issues. He was just like having fun. Like that was like his thing. But then the other guys had like some issues. Like Nikki Sixx obviously had issues because he ran away from home at a young age. You know, because you know his family situation, and then Mick Mars had like some bone thing. He couldn't he had like something with his spine or something like that. Mm-hmm. So he had issues, and then he was older than the rest of the guys. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then and then Vince Neil with his daughter.
I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, his daughter died.
I wasn't a Motley Crue guy, so.
But it was fucking good, man.
I'm always into that backstories though on musicians, rappers. It was
done really good. I was pleased.
You were pleased.
I was pleased.
Dude, you know they got into some crazy, like it's legendary, like crazy shit, man. It's like, I think it was Motley Crue that was partying with Ozzy.
Yes. Well, they know
this story?
They went into that. They actually had, when they first met up, it was their first tour with Ozzy.
Did they do
him sniffing the ants?
Yes.
And then then he takes a piss.
They were like, Ozzy, we party. Ozzy was like, no, you don't.
Yeah, and then he sniffs a line of ants.
A line of live ants on the ground.
That's not the worst thing he does. Then he pisses, and then he licks it up, like in like the
They showed this in the movie?
In the movie. And then like one of the Motley Crue guys like, oh, I can fucking do that, and then he fucking pisses, and then Ozzy like pushes him out of the way and then licks that up. Dude.
Are you fucking serious,
dude? It's fucking.
Ozzy was a maniac.
I know. On the stage, like you grabbed a bat and bit its wing off or something.
Then they go into and I've heard this story many times of how they had like the dick sucking table. It was at some bar. They would sit at this table, and there was always a chick under there, like sucking your dick.
Holy shit!
And they went into that, like because that was like the running joke. But like somebody not from the band would sit down, and some chick would be like, and they'd be like, "What the fuck?" And they were like, "Oh, okay."
It's our dick sucking girl. Yeah. Make sure you tip her when you're done,
dude. The movie highly recommend.
But the best is that they punctuate it with. You think we're full of shit? Dude, here's the photos.
Oh, here's the photos, dude. And they were legit. Like, so well done. Very good movie.
Sounds like Jamie's very envious of this life.
No, I like how they did that. I do like how they did that.
Well, so it's going to take you from beginning to end. Is that my phone? Somebody's phone. Anyway, picking up a little interference. Who knows? It could be a controller upstairs. So that and you were watching Biggie, right?
I watched the Biggie and Tupac thing. Same, like that was
It's still origin. Sort of
yes,
seen it through.
that was good. But then the ending ends like we all know. They like kind of
murder solved?
They kind of solved the Tupac one.
Oh, really?
Semi.
strongly suggested.
Strongly suggested. Nothing on the Biggie. Like there was suggestions towards that too, but nothing like totally concrete.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of left with like your dick in your hand. But overall, if you're into that era, which I was, I'd recommend watching it.
It sounds like you're saying Dirt over Tupac and Biggie.
Oh,
if you have to pick.
Yeah, like if you were gonna like, you want something like highly entertaining. The Tupac and Biggie thing, it's like, you know,
More of like a documentary kind of thing.
yeah. I mean, it was good, but I would like, as far as like, the Motley Crue thing was just done really well. Like even if you're not in the Motley Crue, just seeing their backstory, like you could not be.
Yeah, I could give a shit about.
Yeah, you could not
Motley
even
Crue's
be into
music.
their music, but just to like see what how they started, what they like went through.
Yeah,
And they literally gave, like, they can honestly say that they gave, like, there's people that say they gave 0 fucks. They gave 0 fucks.
dude,
About anything. Of like hotel rooms. That was another legend too. And they like go into like what happened. And like, and like Tommy Lee would run through like his day. He'd be like, you know, I'd fucking sleep. I'd wake up at like 5:30 in the evening. I'd fucking, you know, I'd be like handcuffed to a bed, and he'd be like, what the fuck? So he gets up, fucking goes about his day, gets fucked up, does a concert, gets fucked up all night, goes fucking crazy, and like by the end of the night, somebody has to handcuff him to the bed so he doesn't fucking leave.
He wants to leave?
No, well, he'd just like run
'Cause
around. He'd fucking go crazy.
Yeah, it's, his keeper had to keep him healthy.
Slash was another one. He would be like he was like legendary. They hired like a bodyguard to go with him, like to make sure he didn't end up, because there was multiple times where he'd end up like across town, like literally sleeping on the street with like a bottle of Jack in his hand.
Yeah,
so
he's a multimillionaire sleeping on the street.
Yeah, and they hired a guy that would like go with him so he didn't end up.
You gotta watch him.
Yeah, exactly. Like a
Babysitter.
watcher. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, gotcha.
Could you imagine that grown ass man, like a maniac,
Yeah, man,
like that?
fucking party.
Yeah, I guess so. If you never had any, you know, you just had the means to go bananas, never any consequences.
Yeah, it all depends. Everybody's different.
Yeah. If you could say, if you were to say, all right, man, listen, if you had, I'll give you 5 years, no consequences, that'll be your lifestyle. You'll be, you know.
See, are you asking, there's a thing in this though. Are you asking 37-year-old Jamie? Or are you asking like
No, you'd be
20-year-old Jamie?
You'd be the age they were when they were doing what they were doing.
Yeah, then I'd probably be like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's pretty sign me up. You ask me now, like, ugh.
No, now you barely.
I'm too tired.
Well, now you have a life. What about you?
Duh.
What the?
I would do the same. If he's describing it was that cool, and I know I survived it, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
so would I.
like they showed like Vince Neil like literally like fucking anything that like before shows.
I don't know. I'd be licking out piss though. I'm not going to any Ozzy thing.
But he like, you know, well that
I
was
just wanted to clarify that we're talking about, you know.
doing a line of ants.
Yeah, I'm not down with
you
that.
gotta do a
I could
line
do a
of
line of ants before fucking licking out piss.
Yeah, especially somebody
Yo,
else's
piss is
piss.
supposed to be sterile.
Yeah, okay. I don't give a fuck.
That was the right answer, Nicholas. All right, so I went and saw the Beastie Boys last Friday.
Yeah, so I
The remainder of them.
The remainder, because Adam Yauch is
stomach
unfortunately
cancer, man.
passed off. I think it was throat, and then it spread. But sad.
man.
I didn't get tickets the first. I found out on Twitter that you know, they were going on sale. By the time I went to get them, poof, they were gone. Like 10 minutes, they were all sold.
Oh, like Endgame?
Yes, poof, the snap happened.
Holy
They
fuck,
disappeared.
dude! Yeah, that was another one.
Did you ever, when did you get your tickets?
We got tickets
For what day?
Thursday night.
Oh, you
It's
did
late,
get-
late at night.
Oh, you
though.
got like, what, 12 o'clock or something?
Well, no, not that late, but we got to get the kids to bed, and then we can go.
Oh, so you did find tickets in your area? Because I was heard they were all sold out at that movie tavern too.
Nah, we got them. We're in.
Yeah. Nice.
We're in.
You're in? What time's your show?
I forget. It's like 10.
So you'll be coming out of yours when he's going in.
Probably.
Yeah, I'll be posting all kinds of spoilers.
I don't look at that shit anyway.
I'm going to 911 you, and then the next thing is going to be the last 10 minutes.
You'll
of
see
the
like
film.
a bunch of like middle finger emojis.
Did you see that supposedly
You like that jerking off one? That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
The bird jerking
The
off.
bird, I love that one. I,
Dude, I use that all the time now, by the way.
yeah, I get the impression you rehash a lot.
yeah.
I do like that.
No, but they showed the press or whatever, designated people, first 10 minutes, I guess they do this for movies,
Yeah.
of Avengers, and the people that were writing on it said it is mind-blowing what they put in the first 10 minutes.
No shit.
They said it's just, I'm starting to believe one person's hinting at that fight you see with Thor and them, walking up with the three of them, that might actually happen early on.
Oh, wow.
And maybe they get their asses kicked again, and then they realize, fuck, we got to do something else.
Yeah.
Because I can't see them standing by waiting for this quantum realm to show up.
Well, Scott Lang showed up first,
Or
right?
maybe, I think he shows up after the fact they get their asses kicked.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm not even going to read into it. I'm just going to wait.
Because Captain Marvel was a little bit arrogant in that clip today.
Yeah.
He's just like, you didn't have me last time. Or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, that
I'm like,
clip was great.
I'm like, dude, I keep thinking you were created by the fucking soul, not the space stone. I think that would be more powerful in all those stones than you. I don't give a fuck how powerful you are.
Yeah, I don't. If all they do, so the clip came out today, right?
Yeah, that one came out today.
So we had that additional clip. We thought the last one was the last trailer, and then they played an extended version of, I'll call it the kitchen scene at headquarters.
Yes.
And Brie Larson, of course, it's the part where they're all talking through, and then you just see a steady flow of engagement, like interaction, and yeah, if they leave the question, because Brie Larson's character gets challenged on where were you when all this was going down, and she says something to the effect of there's a big universe out there.
It's a lot of planets or something
Yeah,
like that.
and none of them have you guys.
You guys.
And it was like, I was like, that's bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. If
You
they
got
leave
to
that-
give us a little more than that.
Yeah.
You know,
Like-
we don't need a whole backstory, but we need something. You've been gone for 30 fucking years.
Yeah.
You
Fuck
know, yeah, fuck you. You know, give us something. Did you help the fucking Kree find whatever those fucking scrolls find a homeland? How about that, asshole?
Yeah, yeah.
You
Did you get something other multiverse would pass?
And then I was reading on.
Did you see the trailer?
Yes.
the clip?
I watched it.
I was reading on how the brothers, Russo brothers, are changing how she interacts. She's more like in the
Not the Kree, don't show your feelings.
Right,
thing. Yeah.
right. But she's more like wearing makeup and stuff like that. Where in a comic book she wasn't. So, and in the first the Captain Marvel movie, she didn't do any of that. So I'm reading the directors of the Captain Marvel movie wanted to do it that way to pay homage to the comic books, but the Russo brothers are kind of looks like they're portraying her in a different way.
Yeah, they gotta give her some character, man, because she didn't emote, and I realized they had that excuse that you're a Kree warrior, don't show your feelings, all that stuff. But you gotta care about her, and
That's
I
where
didn't
you're
care.
hoping they take like a leisure on that.
I hope, I hope they use some creative, or what do they call it, creative freedoms or some liberty.
I trust the Russo brothers, man. Any freedoms they've made in their movies they've done for Marvel, it's turned
Creative
out well.
license, yeah.
Yeah, they've done well. So
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Yo,
And I think they will,
Yeah.
to your point.
been reading that Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Oh, they want to do that. They said they're not doing any other Marvel movies unless it's that one.
That Secret Invasion's pretty.
That's awesome.
It's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's like legit, and I didn't even know some of them could like combine like some of the powers. So there was
Super
like,
Skrull.
dude, that was awesome because the one was like Spider-Man and Wolverine.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that dude is
They're
awesome.
like the Skrull mutants, though. Not everybody on the Skrull side can do that.
Oh my god. Well, I'm still like in the middle. But
Yeah.
I've been reading it with Maddox. It's pretty good.
That's awesome, dude. You're a good dad. You've been reading your kids' comic books.
Yeah,
You've
Bruce
been
is-
sitting your daughter down to watch comic book movies. We're gonna have we have a whole generation coming up. So real quick, I I was just saying, I saw the Beasties, the two Beasties. It was at the Tower Theater. Is pretty awesome, but no performances. They just talked about the story of their life, and I kind of wanted them to. I had zero expectations, and I kind of wanted them to do their thing. Anyway, that's what I did Friday night. It was pretty awesome. I hadn't seen the Beastie Boys in 31 years. Last time I saw them, I was 16 years old.
And did they talk about the story of their life?
They didn't talk about the story of my life.
Their life, I mean.
Threw the fuck down, dude, in a big way.
That's
but
what
the
I mean.
one thing they did, like this concert that I saw at the Spectrum, which isn't even there in Philadelphia anymore, they were tearing it up. They had a girl in a cage sort of doing striptease dance, and she didn't strip, she had one half of it. And then they had a big, giant, what seemed like inflatable cock come out of the stage. I'm talking like probably 40 feet tall. And so we're in the Tower Theater, and they're talking about the history of their lives and telling all these anecdotes and these cool little insider stories, and paying homage to Adam Yauch and all the people that got him there. And then off to the side, they called out when they kicked off the License to Ill tour, and this cock comes out. This really Tower Theaters are old, and it's a pretty nice theater.
Yeah, Upper Darby, son.
And this fucking thing comes right out, and I was hollering. I was like, "Woo!" Again with the nostalgia,
Yeah.
So anyway, it was a good time. They didn't disappoint. Not what I would have loved to see some version of the Beastie Boys reunion, but obviously they can't do that, and I don't think they're going to. I think they made their peace with saying the Beastie Boys were three guys, and that's never going to be the same.
Yeah, I think they pretty much said that too.
Yeah,
like when he died, they pretty much said that.
That's why it's something like the Beatles effect. That's why they never redid the Beatles because of John. Well, now, the other one's dead too, but George is dead. So, but I was talking about before that because I think like 10, 15 years ago they got offered like a $500 million to do a concert.
Jesus,
and then they turned it down. They turned because they said we're not doing it.
Yeah,
and then Zepp, they just they don't want.
I've seen many versions of Led Zeppelin. I saw just Jimmy Page with the Black Crowes, Robert Plant. Then I saw Page and Plant, and then I saw Page, Plant, John Paul Jones, and then Jason Bonham.
Yeah, Jason Bonham, which is in a new band now.
Yeah,
he's in a band with Sammy Hagar and some other guy.
Yeah, but that was the closest I ever got to see like Led Zeppelin, and it was awesome.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Led Zeppelin's Led Zeppelin, dude.
Yeah, come on, man. They really did make a deal with the devil.
Fuck yeah.
So
they're the shit.
I never listened to them, so
they're the shit.
So stoked about Avengers. What's coming out this weekend? We got Paul Rudd turned 50.
I know.
Did you see the side-by-side pictures?
No, I didn't see it, but I know that people were like going nuts the fact that he doesn't age.
Dude, if he goes through time in the Avengers movie, they're not going to have to use CG to do the de-aging process.
Fuck no. Him and Tom Cruise must be buddies.
Jesus Christ.
It's that not giving a fuck attitude.
Something.
I'll tell you right now, that's a guy in Hollywood I wouldn't mind being like.
Right?
If you could pick somebody, he's a funny guy.
Solid career.
Yep. He's not overshot. We're like, oh my God, you're going to be mobbed all the time.
Yeah.
Just a fun dude.
Yeah.
And it's just someone you're just like, Paul Rudd, I would like him to be my friend.
Yeah.
I like his humor too.
You get a beer with him.
Yeah.
Sarcastic humor. I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
You know what? Even when he was in fucking Friends, I was like, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's really good. I mean, the outtakes, go and check out the bloopers and outtakes from like 40-Year-Old Virgin and Anchorman.
I never seen the outtakes
shit.
for Anchorman, but I saw the outtakes for 40-Year-Old Virgin.
And you see
funny.
like where their personalities live, you know? Anyway.
He's just naturally a funny guy. Like he could probably do like improv like a motherfucker.
Yeah, he's just skilled.
Some people just have that.
So on the opposite side of that fence, Russell Crowe turned 55, and boy, does he look 75.
It's funny that you bring that up. I just was watching The Gladiator before I came over here.
Yeah.
Love that fucking movie. And then, I probably look at him now and it's like, dude, you ain't no gladiator, dude.
No, dude, he's 55.
He's a Pillsbury Doughboy now.
Yeah, he's 55. He's got a couple more pounds.
But he makes no bones about it.
He doesn't. And that's where I was going.
Well, it's like, what was it, The Good Guy? No, it wasn't Good Guys. What was he?
with Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, it was a great fucking
That was
movie.
a good movie,
It
man.
was funny.
I like that movie.
It was kind of funny in our sarcastic 70s, like, you know.
I like how he doesn't give a fuck.
He's legit,
Fuck him.
man.
He's like,
but
he's
you
like-
know what? And this, so I caught that it was his birthday on, what was that? I think it was yesterday, the day before. And it was the 7th, so it was yesterday. And he posted, he goes, thank you everybody for wishing him a happy birthday. He said, you know, and I'd like to believe in the goodness of people, but so I'm going to choose to believe this. He spent the last 3 hours thanking people for happy birthdays.
Who did?
Oh shit!
Russell Crowe.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
I heard he's like does like nice stuff like that.
Yeah. And
Mark Hamill does the same thing because I was reading his old
Yeah, he's really appreciative.
his old Twitter post. There was like something about on a birthday. His birthday, he goes. He was wishing everybody. He was saying thanks to everybody. He goes, dude, I just can't do it anymore. I'm sorry. I just don't take it as a slight. You know,
he's so humble and so grateful for the stuff that he has in his life. And it's like in every interview that I've ever seen Mark Hamill in, like one of the things was like he'll just randomly, you could be JTAP 1983 or whatever, and I know that's not your email address, but that is he'll just be like, hey Mark, would love to get a birthday shout. He goes, birthday shout, you know, he'll do something but respond to you and make you feel connected to you know, someone who gives a shit.
He's you know what's one of those things where he's probably one of the few guys that understands, hey dude, I was famous for this fucking role and I'm gonna love it. Like William Shatner, we talked about this before, you know, almost get the sense that motherfucker doesn't like Trekkies at all.
No, but
you know, but
it's to a point that. But see, like in the same respect, he owns that shit. Like he owns it. He makes he makes no bones about it.
I just love how Mark.
Was that a pun?
No, yeah, bones, yeah. But it's fucking funny too. Like it's come to the point where it's like a joke.
It's a joke now, but I'm just saying you know, as when I'm looking at William Shatner and I'm looking at Mark Hamill. God damn it, you just can't help but love Mark Hamill. William Shatner, I love him playing Kirk, but do I like him?
Not as lovable.
Yeah. On the Star Wars front, I do have news, but go ahead if you want to finish your thought. They asked, apparently there's rumors going around, and they asked that fucking dweeb director from Seven, don't want to even mention his name. Do you have problems with JJ changing?
Dude, I'm sorry, real quick. When you said Seven, I'm thinking you're talking about Morgan Freeman.
No.
We're
talking about Star Wars.
I know. I finally connected.
I saw exactly. I know exactly.
My brain
what you're
You saw that?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I didn't read the article, but that fuck no. You should have nobody should question him on any fucking thing. Taking liberties. JJ can take any fucking liberties he wants. Well, he actually his fucking movie.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Dude, that April Fool's joke.
That was funny, wasn't it?
You got mine.
It got me, dude. That's why I sent it to you fools.
That was not funny. I almost cried.
Yeah, you got me.
I was so pissed, man. I was reading it. I'm getting down. I get there. It was like the third paragraph. I'm like,
I was just like, fuck this.
So is he still getting it? He's not still getting it. They did a reset, right?
They haven't said anything. They keep putting off the announcement of, but they already put on the announcement of the guys from Game of Thrones already pre-production next summer.
But let's
put
it like this though. They understand now at this point that there is a stink in the room. Yeah. They understand.
They have to.
No, they do. There's no way they don't. Like
someone hit a fish in the mattress.
So like they did. So like, you know, like Marvel does like Infinity War. Did you hear any fucking knocks on it?
No.
Okay. Now,
not one knock. I mean, I don't even think there was a fucking negative out there.
No, but that's what I'm saying. And like, say it's not that good or whatever. Say it's like semi decent. I don't think you would have had that much like recoil as they had on that fucking movie.
No,
it's impossible to overlook, and that's why they made adjustments so far, and they're probably going to keep making adjustments.
I almost wish that he didn't. I almost wish that Luke Skywalker wasn't in that movie because I want to see what that motherfucker would have done with that. Because the only reason why I did $1 billion is because we saw Luke.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, you take Luke out of that, I guarantee you that's $500 million easily because people went to rewatch it to see Luke.
Yeah, and like I said, like I'm saying though, the only reason they're making adjustments, you don't make adjustments when shit's correct.
And this supposed to be movie coming up is going to be 3
correct.
hours too.
3 hours of wasted time. I'm going to go see that shit, but I'm going to have to fucking.
I think JJ. I don't think he's going to pull off a grand slam
No, I
like
don't
we're all
think so
hoping, but
either.
I think it's going to be a triple. In
Yeah.
baseball terms.
Here's the thing, man. Like, again,
I like your
Marvel.
optimism.
I'm optimistic when it comes to JJ. I've never seen him. I never watched a movie that he put out there recently.
I'm just saying
that I didn't like.
Last episode of Lost, but all right, I'm with you.
Well, I said movie. Did I not say movie?
I know with you.
He wasn't still helming Lost when they closed.
Yeah, you're right.
Did he not recreate Star Trek for you?
He did, but
Oh boy,
but
did
that's,
he?
Yes.
but that's the thing though, is he gets your fucking cock hard, but he doesn't finish.
No,
Dude,
he didn't.
he's
Finished it.
Star Trek, he did.
What's he supposed to do to finish?
I
It
know.
doesn't
Let's-
have to be a trilogy.
Well, now-
No, it should have been though. Like he should have. Like if they were gonna make another one, they should have been like, dude, you got to touch this. We're not gonna let this fucking half wit.
Well, see, it's
Just did fucking, cars dragging around safes. Fucking take the helm.
well, look at it this way. He started Force Awakens. It's like he picked up a girl at a bar. Then they gave it to another guy. Found out it was a transvestite.
Yeah,
And he has to walk in and clean up the damage.
yeah, that's true. Well,
It's a stretch, but I hear what you're saying. The if you had to, if I had a genie lamp, I would go.
Oh, the Will Smith, right?
Yeah, if I had a Will
Did
Smith.
you see that second trailer?
No.
It's okay.
Wait,
It's
what
better
was it released?
this week.
I watched that Men in Black thing too.
Oh,
That
the
looks good.
That does look good.
They did a different take on it. I dig it. I
You
dig.
didn't see that? It came out like a couple months ago. That trailer.
No, well, they had they had a longer one last night.
I wonder
with that
how
Shazam
much.
movie.
Oh, did
wonder-
they really?
Yeah, like a really long one, and it was kind of like a really action packed. Like it was not like really. There was a little bit of dialogue,
And I'll
but it
get
was
this-
mostly action.
Chris Hemsworth and what that girl really has a
Tessa Thompson.
Tessa Thompson has a good connection.
Oh, yeah,
They're
and-
all on screen. They really go back and forth.
He does like his Thor dialogue.
He has
where he's
to.
like dopey, like making like the dopey jokes.
Yeah.
And it works.
Well, dude,
He should do that in every fucking movie.
Yeah, it
Who cares,
works.
dude?
It's funny.
As long as he's getting paid $20 million
It's
plus.
funny because he was the only good point in that Ghostbusters movie. Him being that secretary was
Yeah,
fucking
he was
funny.
He's talented, man.
That shit was funny. Like he
Yeah.
made that work really
So
good.
he is really funny. Like I follow him on his Instagram, and him and Tessa Thompson were on set for Men in Black, and they wished Robert Downey Jr. happy.
Oh, I saw that.
50th.
I saw that.
It was cute,
And-
right?
And she like got kissed her, went up there. He
Yeah.
gave her a kiss, and then the camera rolled
Yeah,
right
but
up to
did you
her face.
hear when they had that little banter back and forth? That he's like said something to the effect that you'll never get an Oscar working with me or something. Or,
No, he'll never get an Oscar, but you will. She's talented, not me.
yeah,
something like
and then
that.
she said, "Well, as long as I'm not, I don't continue working with you," or something like
Yeah.
that. But it was a nice, clever little banter back and forth.
I thought they were already
Oh.
done that
Yo,
movie, the Ben in Black, or they're still in production.
no, it's
They
it's
might be
done.
doing pre-production.
It's done because they're advertising.
fillers?
It. Yeah, they might be doing editing or whatever.
Yeah.
The fuck. But it looked like it
Callbacks.
was ready to go.
There's always callbacks on movies, apparently.
But the other thing I want to talk about, they've been talking about it a lot.
Oh wait, let me finish my thought. real
X-Men
quick.
versus Avengers.
Oh, that was better.
Well, that's
That was much better.
No, they've been talking about that. No, like
That was way better than what I was going to say.
yeah, but that has to be like 10 years down the line.
no, but they
have-
were actually. I read an article about that is in the works. Like they're already talking about that.
I know they're probably talking about that, but just because they're talking about it today doesn't mean it's going to happen in 3 years.
You
I'm
know
not
what?
saying it's gonna happen in 3 years.
You
I
still,
just-
they have to.
tell me you don't like the fact that.
Oh,
they're
I
talking
will.
about
I'll fucking suck that up, dude.
Yeah.
it. And the big.
I'll be the guy under the table
the
blowing
big
them.
debate. The big debate is the character selection for the X-Men.
Of course.
That's like the huge. Like that's like
Go to the source material, man.
That's like what the fuck do you do here?
Go to the source
I
material.
will say there was another trailer for
That was on last
Dark
night.
Phoenix. It looks good, but I still. The reason why I'm doubting it is because I know Disney's not going to use this shit. So it's like, even if it fucking blows my mind, Disney's just going to throw this shit out the window.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They had a long
Polishing its
trailer
dirt.
on Dark Phoenix last night,
Yeah.
and it was like they had the part where I don't know if you guys seen this, but they had the part where all the X-Men
Wait a minute.
were in the
Wait
back.
a minute, real quick. So they had a trailer for a DC movie or for
A Marvel movie.
Oh yeah, they had Avengers in there too. As
No
a trailer.
kidding.
I think it's more the maybe the movie theaters that I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I always thought they were always like similar production houses.
So did I, but I don't know.
Anyway,
So they had in the last scene of the trailer, they had all the X-Men in the back of like this squad car, like in like handcuffs or whatever the
And
fuck.
she shows up and fucking lets
and
her
they're like,
they're in a train.
Yeah, and they hear like boom, boom, and then and I was
Yeah.
like,
I like the
that
scene.
was cool.
Did you see the
Yeah.
scene? Did you see the scene where she just like fucks up Magneto?
Oh yeah,
Like
I seen that.
shatters his fucking thing. It's like
Crushes
dude,
his
you don't
helmet.
want to make me mad and just shit. He's
Yeah.
just like then he shoots shit at her and she just turns it right around and
Yeah, well, the thing is like, if you think about that helmet was always supposed to protect them from telepathy and
from Xavier. It was really from Xavier.
Yeah, but she's like, you don't have to. I'm not going to try and take over your mind. I'm going to crush the helmet around your head. How about that? You know?
Because she's a level 5 mutant.
Yeah, she's a badass.
One. There's only ever been one.
Xavier, right? Oh,
No, he's a 4.
That's right.
He's a 4. Magneto's a 4. He's a 4. And she's a 5.
I did see to that point though. I mean, we're talking about the X-Men. I did see that there was a header in comicbook.com where the article was, we're not going to, MCU execs say we're not going to see X-Men for a while.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Because they already have it pre-planned. I mean, they just got word like 2 years ago that they might get this. And they didn't get a confirmation until November or whatever that the deal was going to get finalized. So even if they were putting stuff on paper for the last 2 years, you didn't know you were going to get it. So why would you invest any more money into it?
True.
So now they know they got it from January this year. They all know, like, what would you say? Captain Marvel was in pre-production since 2013.
So
I mean, it sucks. It sucks, but it's just what it is.
That's the other thing too.
I don't care.
I meant that-
Do it now.
I want it now. I'm like the kid in Willy Wonka. I want it now.
That Secret Invasion I've been reading, it's got like Wolverine all over it,
Yeah. Well, Wolverine's been such a hot ticket, man.
and
He's like peanut butter.
nobody else from the X-Men. Just like it's pretty much him, and then like the rest of the Avengers.
I have a feeling once they get their hands on it, they're going to go a route we're just not going to see coming. Like you would think they would go Wolverine, like be a focus or something like that. They might just blow our minds and start making other people in the X-Men universe more of a focus than those guys.
Oh, that's a good point. Do what they did with the Avengers.
Yeah, make these,
Yeah.
make these
could,
other.
too.
I mean, because it's been done.
Yeah.
Wolverine's
They
been
botched
done.
They
Dark
botched
Phoenix is the
Nightcrawler.
second fucking one.
They
What?
really fucked Nightcrawler over on that. Nightcrawler was a good character, and they fucked his character.
Great character.
over.
Well, I would go like Gambit or Iceman.
Yeah.
You know, you got a lot of these other characters that you could
Well, even the
build into.
even the villains too, like Sabretooth. They didn't do a good job on that one.
No.
That was fucking terrible. Really.
They picked the right villains for the first one, I think. I think the
Yeah, but,
Brotherhood
like,
of Evil Mutants
The
were
backstory.
really great.
Like, I wish they did like the better backstories on like the except for like Magneto. Magneto's was good.
well, we like the character they got.
But
both Magnetos
But
were
like
phenomenal.
Sabretooth, like in the comics, he was like the shit, and like his backstory was awesome, and it had like links to like Wolverine and stuff. But then in the movies, they're just like,
I think Marvel's
Yeah,
main,
fucking lame.
the greatest Marvel thing MCU's ever done is how they link everything together.
yeah.
That is their greatest achievement. Let's be honest. They're
Yeah.
so good at interweaving. Put an Easter egg in one movie and you might not figure it out for 3 movies later, and it all intertwines perfectly.
Yeah, they're able to do it better than the comic books.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Right? Like there's just because it's the source material doesn't mean all of it's gold.
And I guess in the but they could do the thing because they never really did it in the X-Men movies with the they would do like Xavier would build the X-Men and then they disappear. And then he comes out with the Uncanny X-Men to go find the original X-Men. They never really did that. Per
who is
se.
it? Who are the
You know what I mean?
characters?
They
in the
haven't
Uncanny?
done it in the movies. They've done it in the comics, obviously, but they never done it in the movies.
Yes,
Technically, so they could do that. They could go that route.
It's always been a real convolution of the original source material, which people love. What were you saying, Nick?
I was just going to say it's almost like another reason why they might wait a couple of years is because you might want to let that other shit,
the market's saturated. Too.
Yeah, other shit die down from the X-Men.
Good point.
Wait 5 years, you know what I mean? And then when people are like, all right, we forgot about that shit. Now we can start rolling, but do it slowly.
Get him hungry.
Get him like a Gambit type character. Build just a slow story building about him and the outside guys. Then work your way back in.
Yeah. I mean, do the same thing, only center around all the Fox characters now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, God, we've said it before, but to hook up with a solid Fantastic Four and bring in Silver Surfer and Galactus and Doctor Doom, like in a proper
There's
way.
been a lot of talk about Galactus on the internet, dude. Like, there's been a lot.
The next big baddie, man.
Well, you have to have the next big baddie, and that's one real quick question. I'm going to leave you guys to this.
Yeah.
When we get to Avengers Endgame, who do you think? Do you think they'll lead in like with the end credit scene? Do you think it'll be a hint to the next big baddie, or do you think it's just going to be a hint to the next movie?
I think it'd be a hint to the next big baddie.
I would think, right?
I hope so.
Possibly, but the question is, who's the next big baddie?
Well, like I'm saying Galactus.
Well, it could be Galactus, but then there's like a bunch of other ones. But I'm telling you,
There's
like
a ton.
Galactus is
Dude,
like,
it's a rich.
like everybody knows Galactus.
Yeah.
like he's like,
But that's going to be a tough one to pull off.
dude, yeah, because he's like
He's
got
60 feet tall.
Well, he's like a Superman-esque character. You know, how do you like build like a story around that? Really, you know what I'm saying? Like he's got like
You start with his origin story.
exactly.
Yeah. No, that would be spot on.
I like that picture though with him like spinning the worlds around his finger. It's fucking awesome.
Dope. I think there's a sculpt to that too.
There's like a T-shirt. I got to own that.
Wait, I got one thing. I know we'll save the fun facts for next episode. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this week's episode of Nick, John, and Jamie Show. Please be sure to subscribe to our show on iTunes and Google Play and Stitcher and Spotify and YouTube. And if you're really digging the show, subscribe. And possibly leave us a nice review and a clever comment or two. You can also find us on pretty much all the social medias at NJJ Show. Thanks again, everybody, and have a marvelous week.